What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and welcome into the Retro Cup. I don't feel like anybody has actually made a video on Retro Cup, so this is going to be my video. Cradily double flyer. Cradily does really well against the water types and flyer types with that grass and rock coverage. Speaking of water types, we got a lantern on the lead. Surprising this is allowed to be in the Retro Cup, actually, and out comes a Gligar. I'm going to be throwing 5 bullet seeds and then the grass knot here to do nice damage onto the Gligar. Not going to one shot, but put into a range where I can come into my own Gligar and make sure that I win this mid-game matchup here. I want to over farm slightly just so I can potentially get to a dig when that lantern does come back in. But I make a little bit of a misplay here. I miscount and I lose CMP tie here, which is super unfortunate because if I would have gotten to my aerial ace first, I could have forced a shield from my opponent. But unfortunately, I have to go shield down. And just to win mid-game matchup so I can get my Cradily on that lantern, because we definitely do not want the Talonflame on the lantern here. Gonna overfarm just before they get to the surf there. That was a CMP tie. Dig gonna be coming in, doing some nice damage onto that bulky fish. We're gonna no shield this. Surf is gonna take us out. I can come back in with the Cradily here, and let's see what they have in the back. It's a Vigoroth, and this is absolutely brutal. Oh my goodness gracious, hats are off for the Vigoroth. With that new move of Rock Slide, it could definitely one-shot my Talonflame, and I know they built up a boat ton of energy, so it's not like I can really shield this because they would just get to a second move before we got to a move. Now, my problem is I no shield this move. I should have shielded that to continuously get health here on my Cradily, because now they're just going to be able to counter us down before we get to the back-to-back moves. They would have gotten to another move probably, but we could have taken them out with the Rock Slide and potentially got to a Grass Knot versus that Lantern. GG's, well played to my opponent. Vigoroth on the lead. I'm going to safe swap into my Gligar. They hop into a Dragonair. Shadow Dragonair. I know my Pokemon, don't worry. My goodness gracious. Gonna bait here with the aerial ace, hoping I get to the second one, but my opponent, nice counting. Throwing as soon as I get to the aerial ace on the CMP tie. Aqua Tail, left, right, good night. Coming back in with the Cradily here, hoping I get to a move, but they let me get a full bullet seed through. That is beautiful on our end. Hey, go for the body slam, which is resisted, so I'm gonna throw 2 more bullet seeds, and then I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide here. Rock Slide is going to be making quick work of that Dragonair. Left, right, good night. Back in comes a Vigoroth, and they have made a mistake. 2 shield Talonflame is going to be able to take care of this Oranguru, and I'm going to be boosting up my Incinerate damage, and there's not really a whole lot that this Vigoroth can do here. Even with the shield, we are going to get the full farm down on this Oranguru, and we have moves locked and loaded. We're going to throw 1 Incinerate, then throw the Flame Charge. And honestly, I should just be going for the Fly here with my double boosted Flame Charge, because the Fly would be doing more damage than the Flame Charge if I'm not mistaken. So definitely want to be going for the Fly here and not the Flame Charge, but always getting greedy. I went for the Flame Charge, hoping this would knock out. It doesn't. Almost one-shots the Vigoroth, but I'm able to come in with my Cradily with a little bit of stored energy here, and that stored energy is going to be taking care of that Vigoroth. That's a good game. Well played to my opponent. Woo! Hopping into the next matchup here. Cradily into Graveler, seeing some crazy spice here from my opponents. They are staying in this matchup, hoping to catch a move here. I'm going to farm up a little bit of energy and then come in with my Gligar. This is a great matchup for Gligar, although they get to those body slams really fast. Every 3 double kicks, they get to a body slam. We're going to be resisting those double kicks, and body slam does not do a heaping loaded damage onto my Gligar. So I can let this body slam go through. I'm hoping to get to this aerial ace before they get to the next one, but unfortunately they throw back to back. So I am going to shield up this move. I do kind of want to keep switch advantage, as that rock throw would tear apart my Talonflame. I'm trying to go for the farm down, but they're at the next body slam. So I'm going to force to throw this aerial ace here, and Graveler should not get a huge farm down, but I did over farm a bit of energy here, enough to get to this dig. Double super effective damage, getting that shield right back from my opponent. Coming back in with the Cradily, I'm going to throw 1 bullet seed, and then we're going to go for the Grass Knot here. Grass Knot saying left, right, good night. And it's a Palossand in the back. Another Pokemon weak to Cradily. Cradily can absolutely go on a tear here. I love the typing. It has some bulk to it. It's got some good movesets, but Bullet Seed, I'm not a huge fan on Bullet Seed. I wonder if maybe if it got Vine Whip, I don't know if it gets out of the main series games, but maybe that would make that Pokemon 10 times better. As a 3-turn fast move, it's kind of clunky. It does charge energy fast, but I do like my 2-turn fast moves compared to my 3 turns. Anyways, we're going to be taking that game. Well played to my opponent here. Hopping into the next matchup. Cradily into Talonflame. This is not the worst matchup ever. We are taking neutral damage from the Incinerates. They are taking double resisted damage from my Bullet Seeds, but we can hit back on ridiculously hard with my Rock Slides. Rock Slide doing double super effective due to that flying fire typing. Left, right, good night. They no shield that, and we have taken switch advantage. And well, we absolutely destroyed the lead. Gonna go for the Grass Knot here on the bulky Deoxys. I honestly should have just saved that energy and came in with Gligar right away, because the scary part is that they're building up so much energy, and they could just Psycho Boost and dip here, which kind of would be terrible for my backline, as Deoxys could also run Rock Slide. So we'll see if they are able to save up enough energy, but they go for the back-to-back Psycho Boost and then dip into their Lantern here, which is honestly amazing for me. I'm gonna go the dig here on the CMP tie. They're gonna be doing massive super effective damage. That gets no shielded, which is massive for me, because now I know how much energy they have. I can throw 3 Bullet Seeds, 1, 2, 3, throw the Rock Slide, not the Grass Knot, because I think a Rock Slide is just gonna be enough to KO this Lantern, which it is. You love to see it. And then I'm gonna go for my Rock Slide right away. Honestly, just want to get this Rock Slide off to get that shield, and then gonna come in with Talonflame here. Hopefully they do not get the 2 moves, but they're out of move, and I know this is either gonna be a Thunderbolt or Rock Slide. It's a Rock Slide, and that is massive because this Deoxys have that boatload of energy. Is this another Rock Slide? Yes, it is, but we live on 1 HP, and we got the Flame Charge locked and loaded, and this Flame Charge is going to take care of that Deoxys, and that was a very tight game. My goodness gracious, if we didn't live that would have been a big problem for us, as we would have taken 3 Bullet Seeds to our next move, and they could have gotten to that Psycho Boost even faster. Horrible lead on the next matchup here. Dragalge kind of defeats my both backline here with these Aqua Tails and Dragon Tails. I don't really have anything to hit a Dragon type Pokemon, so I'm just going to go straight for the Rock Slide. That does some decent damage to that Dragalge. Doesn't really have a whole lot of bulk, but I'm going to throw 3 and then throw the Rock Slide here just to force them to shield, because it's 4 every time they get to their Aqua Tail, or it's 4-3. I think it's 4-3 if I'm not mistaken. So they could have thrown there to CMP tie, but their Aqua Tail wouldn't have KO'd anyways. So we get the shield advantage. I am now going to come in with my Gligar. They're going to get the shield right back, but I now have a little bit of an energy lead. So I'm going to go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go for my dig, because I did not think Aerial Ace was going to KO from that range. So I just wanted to be sure. Get that thing out of here, and now out comes a Talonflame. I'm going to be farming up a lot of energy here, going for another Aerial Ace, and then I'm going to swap into my Talonflame to hopefully catch a Flame Charge, and we get the Incinerate through. That is absolutely massive here. Flame Charge, not very effective, but now their Incinerates are going to be really adding up. They have no shields left in the game because they shield that Aerial Ace, so this Fly is going to do massive damage onto their Talonflame. Going to shield up the boosted Fly because that would not be fun to deal with, and they're going to swap into a Greedent. I'm going to boost up my Incinerate damage here. I want to get as much damage off as I can in case they want to KO me here, but I don't think a Body Slam can KO from this range anyways. So it's not really that big of a problem. One more Incinerate I should be able to get to before they get to the next move, and the opponent concedes the match, and that is going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent, and a nice 4-1 set here to end the video. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button, comment if you want to see anything in the future, and like always, I'll see everybody in the next. Oh wait, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Please do, because it really helps with the channel, and I'll see everybody in the next video.